right. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jake Johansson, your city manager here in Port Orange, and I'm here with Amy Ryan from WSBB. We're here to host and announce your parade today. It's the 42nd annual Port Orange Holiday Parade. Port Orange, for most of you that were here last night, you know that we did our tree lighting ceremony. It was great. It happened at 6:05. I got here at about 5 o'clock, Amy, 5:30, and there were probably about 150 or 200 people at the Ken Parker Amphitheater, and I was like, wow, it's a light turnout this year. But by 6:05, when the lights got lit, there was probably around 3,000 people laying around the city center. So it was beautiful to see everybody. The music was great, and it was a sight to behold. Truly uplifting to see that many people here in the city.
It's nice to know the community can come together for really what's kind of the official kickoff of the holiday season, and it's stunning out there for that event. Port Orange puts on a great event to kickstart the holidays.
Yeah, and today, obviously, we got the parade. It should be kicking off. I see the fire truck down there a little ways. The parade route has been adapted throughout the years. It's getting a little bit smaller. As you can see, even the westbound Dunlawton Ave traffic has been stopped. And what we found is it was getting a little unsafe to keep traffic moving on the westbound lane, as well as after the event. Remember that we used to have cars parked all the way down the Dunlawton on the east side here. And what we were finding is people in a rush to get out and get home and beat the traffic were interfering with the cleanup, A, and B, the people walking down the middle of Dunlawton. So we've adapted it throughout the years, and we're always looking for better ways of doing it.
Listen, and not to mention the fact that a shorter route means there's better chance for candy way at the end, too. So.
It's been very interesting, and so this year we'll see what people have in store for us at the toy shop.
I'm guessing probably a lot of elves. Right?
I would expect. Yeah.
A lot of elves will probably see. I'm interested to see what kind of toys they're putting together on the floats.
Right. Yeah, that'll be pretty fun. So a lot of people ask us, well, how do you come up with the theme? Well, the theme is actually chosen by the public here in Port Orange. During the month of July, we have National Parks and Recreation Month, and we ask the public to vote on the parade theme. And the winner, I believe, this year is actually our Grand Marshal. So Santa's Toy Shop is what was picked, and we're going to go with it.
Now, let's talk about how that happens, because coming up in July, there will be another opportunity to do that. So do you place it by suggestions, maybe 3 or 4, 5 different ones, or do folks just submit an idea on their own?
They submit from a list of possible solutions. So we narrow it down, and they provide input and vote on those, and we go from there.
Have you ever recycled an idea from the past that was so popular and such a hit that you brought it back?
Well, we've been doing it for so long. I think, superheroes from 40 years ago.
Not the same.
We could probably redo that one every 5 years and come up with another 30 or 40 Marvel superheroes. So we could probably recycle it every other year the way they put out those shows. But yeah, we recycle some. I just don't know how often.
And the judging is based around the creativity as well as sticking to the theme for the year. Absolutely.
A little bit later on, I'll introduce everybody to the judges we have for this year's parade. It's a tough job. I know my wife did it one year, and she took the information home and didn't talk to me for a couple hours while she figured out who her best candidate was.
And I can see the fire truck making its way down the street. That's when it gets exciting, it's ready to get underway. Absolutely.
So I noticed some of our Port Orange finest behind you, if you're here, riding their bicycles, making sure the westbound lane is secure. But coming down the street right now on the parade side is Port Orange Motors. the motor officers of the Port Orange Police Department. I think we have Mike Garay and Andrew Malky today. We have 91 sworn officers in the police department, 3 reserve officers, and 17 non-sworn employees that provide law enforcement for the city of Port Orange. One or two organizations have called us the second safest city in Florida based on size. So we have that going for us. We also have behind them the Port Orange Police Department Honor Guard. We reinstituted the Honor Guard about 18, maybe 24 months ago. And they participate in parades and other meritable organizations that have ceremonies.
And the opening banners. This is the kickoff of the 42nd annual Port Orange Holiday Parade. City of Port Orange and Port Orange Parks and Recreation Department wishes everybody a very happy holiday season. They do a fantastic job, and there's a lot of work behind the scenes that goes on to put this event on each and every year.
Next up, we have our, looks like engine 71 from Station 71 down on District 1. How's it going, guys and gals? Good to see you. All guys today. Port Orange Fire Rescue, we have 5 stations, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. And if you pay attention around town, we have a brand new 105-foot ladder truck and an ambulance that supports the county's mission of ambulance service or transport service. So we kind of help them along and make sure that Port Orange has the level of service they deserve.
Now the trucks that are coming up next, they have been very generously provided by Ritchie Buick GMC. They're offering you one of the largest Buick and GMC inventories in this area, so you're certain to find the perfect vehicle. If you just stop by, you'll see why Buick and GMC shoppers.
And here's our Grand Marshal. Grand Marshal this year's parade is Julie Straka and family. She is the winner of the Parks and Rec Month photo contest that was held in July. I told you she picked the theme, but in fact she won the photo contest. Thank you very much, Julie.
She's got some cute helpers with her. Where do you get one of those hats? Oh, look at that. The mayor himself, Mr. Don Burnett, coming up with the city council in these beautiful GMC trucks.
And Amy, I think I see him with Drew Bastian and Mrs. Burnett as well in the same truck, saving a little bit of
we knew it was coming.
Saving a little bit of fuel by keeping many people. Thanks a lot, Mayor.
Those were not Tootsie Rolls this year.
Nope. Hitting the head with a dum-dum.
And we're joined now by the Atlantic High School Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, which is led by Captain Will Cooper.
Special place in my heart for military, having spent a little over 30 years in the Navy. You all look good. Guys and gals, you look great. Thanks a lot, Captain. Doing a great job.
Atlantic High School has a big presence here at the parade, and we've got to thank you so much for coming out to film the occasion for us. We appreciate your hard work.
And so as we have a gap, we will let you know, and we'll be telling you a little bit more about it later, but Atlantic High School has an Academy of Digital Video, the Digital Video Academy, and they are helping us film this event. They helped us last year as well. They do a phenomenal job piecing it together. And that's something that the public can view in a few weeks. They do a great job, and we appreciate everything you guys do every year. Thank you very much. And look who's here, Billy Wheeler, District 2 County Council member. She represents Port Orange. And does a great job, by the way.
Certainly does a great job. Looking very nice in that Camaro. Oh, the very popular Kkona Ice of Southeast Volusia County. You know, they've been around for 6 years. They have given over $250,000 to different schools, community sports teams, such as delicious and fun ways to raise money, and we appreciate all that you do for our community.
You'll see Tammy and Judy out on the waters in the Halifax River as well. They have a pontoon boat that they do Kkona Ice in, so don't miss them.
You know, they sponsor the new Parks and Rec mascot, Rec Man, and he will be coming up later on in the parade.
Here we have the Daytona International Speedway representing. Good to see y'all. Beautiful car. Coldest days of my life were spent at the Rolex on Daytona International
Bundling
Speedway.
up in a jacket, trying to stay out of the
It
wind.
snows every January there, I swear.
Now look at this pink. This is a Barbie Volkswagen for sure right here. Martina Waston. Barbie's Volkswagen Beetle, an original 1930s Model A Perfect. That's a toy for grown-ups.
I hear him, Amy. It's the first band.
There it is.
Yeah.
Every parade's got to have the bands, and we are so excited for the Atlantic High School band right here, the Marching Shark. It's just one of 4 ensembles offered in instrumental music at Atlantic High School.
Here they go. Wow. So we'd like to thank Principal Steve Hinson for allowing the band to come out and be with us here today. What a great job. Director of the band is Jerry Blackwell. Thank you, Jeremy Blackwell. Now it gets kind of hot in those outfits, but they still do a great job.
They've done the music and the moves.
Great job.
Yeah, that group is one of 8 bands selected to participate in the Florida Classic. I think it's easy to see why.
So this is Watson Realty, Amy. They'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Watson Realty's been family owned since 1965, and they were the 2018 second place float in the business professional category. Way to go, Watson.
Interesting to see if they placed this year. Thank you so much. And this is the sounds of Restoration Church in Port Orange. They started here in October of 2010. They hold weekly services at Hollywood Theaters, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., all led by Pastor Anthony Orzo.
Listen to that praise band. They sound great. Their Parker presents Santa's Workshop. The elves are building the new for sale signs at the North Pole. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Great job.
Great job.
All done by hand.
All done by hand.
Coming up next, we have Peachtree Pest Control. They've been offering pest control services for 40 years in the Southeast, from pest, termite, lawn care, even wildlife services. They've got you covered at Peachtree. 1 hour air conditioning and heating. They'd like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. It's going to be one to remember, the 1 hour.
You see that? You see that yellow truck going all up and down Dunlop every day of the week. Thank you very much. Next up, we got Ben Franklin Plumbing. They'd like to wish you and your families a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. They're right here on Sam's Ave behind the post office. We're coming up on it next there. It's been serving Port Orange for many years. They're ready to take care of all your plumbing needs, including installation, repair, replacement, and maintenance. Water heaters, faucets, air conditioning, you name it, they do it.
Might be giving them a call when I leave here. I'm not sure what I'm coming home to. A little swimming in the kitchen, I think.
That's happened to me once or twice recently.
I heard it this morning and I said, I don't even want to get up and look at what it is. Here come our friends from Sweetwater Elementary. Got the steel drums, the Pelicans, their Sweetwater Reporter Group, FFEA, and the steel drums and reporter all come together to make the Sweetwater Sweet Sounds. Here's those steel drums. Now that sounds like Christmas in Florida.
I think I saw on their banner that they're 20 years and going strong.
I think we should get you a pair of those socks, too.
I'm not into funny looking socks. We got bells, we got steel drums, we got everything.
They've got it all. Our friends at Crash Towing and Recovery for all of your towing needs. You know, we never like to be in that situation, but when you are, you know, you can count on them.
Call them at 386-589-3907. Crash Recovery and Towing.
Even managed some presents back there. Now this is quite a group here. Daytona CocaCola caravan is rolling through, bringing your holiday magic. Look at those Hot Wheels.
Let's have a Coke and a smile, right?
Right?
All right. Merry Christmas.
I think seeing the holiday Coca-Cola with the Santa, it's been around for years. It's kind of, it's a tradition, you know?
Okay, I can't see the sign, but something tells me this is high profile 4x4 coming up next based on the truck. Best rated 4-wheel drive shop in the area. Contact high profile 4x4 for all your truck needs.
That's a nice looking truck right there.
Truck. Sounds good too.
Miss American Teenager is here from Port Orange, the national winner of the preteen division of the Miss American Teenager pageant. And the other Florida State title holder, Emily Elzy. Those are the Girl Scouts of Atlantic Shores.
They have a girl program, GIRL, go-getter, innovator, risk-taker, and leader. And every girl, preparing the ladies for a lifetime of leadership. Equipped
courage.
to help girls thrive in 5 key ways. Develop a strong sense of self, seek challenges, display positive values, and form and maintain healthy relationships.
Courage, confidence, and character. I like it. This next group is from the Child's Academy. They're celebrating their 17th year supporting young mothers and their children. Students can earn a high school diploma on their way to a college or a career. They were founded in 2006. We had a little visit up here to the stage. Mr. Mayor himself, Don Burnett.
So we have a little bit of a gap here before the next person or the next bloke comes up. So why don't I take a bow and let the mayor come in and talk a little bit with you, Amy.
I was thinking you wanted to do target practice. Call it a little karma. I'm just saying, these weren't Tootsie Rolls this year, Mr. Mayor.
3 Tootsie Rolls, and lollipops, and if there's a hard candy that exists, I think we were throwing
It was coming this way.
Absolutely.
So I asked Jake before because, this year's workshop, it centers around toys, and we were sharing when we were kids, that one Christmas where you remember. So is there one that pops out at you where you remember, oh man, this was the toy I wanted. This was the one, this was the year.
I remember waking up at 2 a.m. one year, and Santa had come, and there was my bicycle, and I woke up Mom and Dad, and they said, great, go back to bed. It'll be there in the morning.
It'll still be there.
And I couldn't sleep because I knew my bicycle was out there.
Now, was that something that you'd asked for that year?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And how long was that bike with you in the years to follow?
A long time. I think I took it apart, put it back together, and repainted it a couple times.
That would have been come in handy in our house. I think the year I got a bike for Christmas, it lasted all of 2 weeks before I crashed it.
Whoa! Why am I not surprised?
Listen, the accident prone has been around since the get-go. But when your father works as a fireman and rescue personnel, it's a little embarrassing to have your father and all of his co-workers respond to the accident call.
Best spot. You have the best.
Little Amy, crash and burn.
No surprise there.
Good job.
No surprise there.
What a great afternoon.
American Auto, 29, New Smyrna Speedway.
Yeah.
There you go.
29 years in business, and if you stop by and visit them, you'll notice they're impeccably clean and comfortable waiting room, complete with even leather recliners, so take a load off and get comfortable while they take care of your car or RV.
The car doesn't sound too bad right there, does it?
Sounds pretty nice to me.
It's not.
We have our team. It's a group you want on your side if your car happens to break down on the side of Dunlop.
It is, although if this thing shows up, it should be more than the car that's broken. Look at the size of it.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I think some of the toys might have come right out of the toy shop for this next group up here. Countryside Lakes, the senior community, actively involved senior lifestyle. They were voted Best Retirement Community and Best Independent and Assisted Living by the Port Orange readers of the Hometown News, and that is for the last 6 years in a row. They work like elves not only around Christmas time, but all year long. And they really get involved here in our community. They took first place last year for performing marching and miscellaneous group in the business and professional category. Another group that works very hard all year long. Port Orange Parks and Recreation Department. This year's holiday parade presented by this department, and keeping with this year's theme of Santa's Toy Shop, Rec Man is hard at work making gifts for the Port Orange children.
And look who's bringing up the rear. Santa and Mrs. Claus.
And a fine-looking sleigh.
Look at that. So in the gator pulling Santa and Mrs. Claus is Jennifer Sisk and Susan Lavallo. They head and work in the Public Parks and Rec Department. Them and the Parks and Rec team are the ones that made this all happen. Big shout out to the Parks and Rec team. And they'll be here for hours after cleaning up. So I appreciate everything they do for our city on a daily basis, but especially for this parade.
A very big thank you to them and for everyone that works so hard on this event and comes out and takes the time to volunteer and lend a helping hand, including all of our judges. Really, really appreciate them.
Well, Amy, that about wraps up the 2019 Christmas parade here in Port Orange.
Be safe and have a great holiday.
Have a great holiday.